Bounded by the Atlantic Ocean on the northeastern coast of South America is a nation unlike any other. A place where canals run parallel to the road and an overabundance of sunshine and rains bless the earth, giving rise to the rich organic farms and lush green fields of plantain. We boil it, fry it, and prepare it, usually adding a pinch of salt or sugar to taste. Ours is not simply an obsession with this staple food, but it's one of economic, historical, and cultural significance that shapes our food identity in ways we do not realize. In many ways, this is Guyana, Plantain Nation.
Bananas and plantains are from the same Musa family, which technically makes planting a fruit too, but they are different from each other. For instance, in Guyana, the plantains are usually cooked before consumption, while bananas are eaten raw in the ripened stage. Plantains are sold fresh in 3 stages of ripeness: green and semi-ripe, which is also known locally as turning plantains. Ripe plantains is the 3rd stage, which is sweeter and is characterized by a few dark spots on the bright yellow skin. Plantains have played an important role in the history of Guyana, as it has been relied upon as a food staple for many years. Historically too, plantains have been a part of the non-traditional produce which are marketed overseas, and because of its impact over the years on the economy, it has been identified by the government of Guyana for expansion under the Agriculture Diversification Project of the Ministry of Agriculture. We spoke to agronomist Aditya Prasad, who is a 15-year veteran in the agriculture field.
Plantains has been, in the past, in Guyana, one of our major exports, added to rice and sugar cane and lumber and gold and so on. But it was considered one of the non-traditional type of agricultural product that was not in, prehistoric time of Guyana, 1966. Before then, we've been doing sugar cane, we've been doing rice. But plantains, just to go back a little bit, we take 2 steps back. Plantains in the 1960s were high in export. Coming down to today as it is, we still have plantain exports going out of Guyana. We still have a lot of plantain export actually to various Caribbean countries. However, it has declined.
African slaves were the first to cultivate and consume plantains in the Americas, since it is historically a crop harvested on that continent. In the latter half of 2010, the black sigatoka fungus, which is commonly known as the dry leaf disease, severely affected production quality and quantity reaped from plantain farms across the country. This also impacted the export of the crop in the years after. To learn about the challenges in cultivating this popular crop, we journeyed to the farmlands aback the Canal No. 1 polder on the West Demerara. We interacted with farmers there who cultivate plantains as their main crop.
This leaf start get dry and you know the sign of it. And then this tree can never produce, dry right down there. This thing is a detrimental for me right now.
How long now it going now?
This since I start planting about 2 or 3 years on this land, or I plant. But I own this land about around 15 to 20 years. But I had cow on this land. Right? Right now.
So 3 years now you're planting?
Planting, we got 100, what, if you check wrong the watch for all the my farm there now. All wrong, me can't, some me farmer. And the machine me start around the canal there, but I still plow. It bring machine, but me got gas, so I got bridge there, down there.
So tell me a little bit how this disease affecting you?
This affect me serious because when the born never out, you affected because you cure them from youth. And when you meet about throat, you see, you start throat there, watch a bunch out there. But this going to happen now, watch here again, when in front of your eye.
See this? This is a signal that it's spreading.
Right.
Dry leaf, or they call it black sigatoka disease. It's not a disease that is only known in Guyana. It's all over wherever plantain is grown now, it's in the Caribbean. It's further afield. Black sigatoka does a few things to the plantain. One, brings down the quality. It tampers with the size. Of course, damaging the texture to an effect to one maybe If it's 100% normal, it brings it down to about 80% there.
Watch me go over there. That's why over there.
So how? So even if it, so they say it's a sign.
Yes.
Done.
That is done it there.
But if you still get planting from it.
No, can't do nothing. Watch. What is tree size? Done it here. As long as he get this disease, you can get nothing. Just lose. 9 months, start get infection and done.
When you have black sigatoka on a farm, you are now putting yourself, one, at risk for exporting. Because what Barbados, what Trinidad, what the Caribbean will do is that they will send quarantine officers here first. And when they send the quarantine officers to Guyana, they come to sign agreements for exportation. When they visit the farm, I mean, people out there hardly know everything that happens behind the scene. When these quarantine guys come over and they visit the farms, when they see black sigatoka, they strike your farms out. So your farm, the farmer gets punished because he struck out, he can't send to them. Then they will go into zones. So if Canal is doing plantain, which I think it's not doing much, but let's just say, so if Canal is a zone, or Hog Island is a zone that has black sea, then the entire zone goes. So you can't bring plantain from here at all.
According to the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, areas across the country that were affected by the disease include parts of regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, and to a lesser extent, isolated areas of regions 5 and 6. NARI has also indicated that the disease severely impacted the plantain industries of many other Caribbean countries, and as a result, there is a significant impact in the demand for plantains from Guyana, thus resulting in an increase in the Perica farm gate price, and this subsequently trickled down to the local market.
Like when it's 160 and 140, them thing people hardly buy because it's expensive. But a man could come and grab a 5 pounds of plantain for 500 and feed the whole family rather than buying a bread.
When you approach a farmer, I am not sure if you are aware at the farm gate price of plantain as compared to the market price at Border or Stabroek, if I may, because we're in Georgetown. But what happens is because of the amount of people handling it, the prices eventually reaches close, maybe $180 or $180 per pound in the market. If you are a guy that fry plantain for your wife, you will know.
Well, if the plantain is very dear, we will have to buy less because we don't get so much consumers, so much buyers coming around.
So like right now, what's the price per pound?
A pound plantain is 140.
40. And how much do you pay for it wholesale?
We pay 100 wholesale, but we got to remember that we have to pay for transportation and so on. We also have to pay for the space.
Well, it's up right now. Right now it's $80 a pound. Now we sell it 120 because the stock alone has got about 8 pounds. So when you clear, it doesn't just clear back like a $600, $500 on a bunch car. You don't weigh exact. Okay. Sometimes when you weigh 2 pounds of plantain, you just get like 2 1/4 pounds, you get the customer for 2 pounds.
When you go back to the farm, people are, calling $50, $60. So what happens is that markup of $100, which is maybe 200%, it reaches the end consumer. But what you have to take in consideration is moving it from the farm, transportation.
The journey of the plantain from the farm to the market, to the pot, and eventually to your plate is riddled with challenges. Protecting this fragile local industry is of paramount importance. For Guyanese, plantains play an important role in the economic, historical, and cultural framework that shapes our food identity.